Hey, welcome to the No Drinks in the Booth podcast, back with another classic episode 18. Shout out to everyone listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. As always, in the booth with me this week, fitness guru Pavan Saki and reggaeton super producer Chris Watson. And as always, holding it down myself, Wade Kadir. How is everyone? Chris?
We said Chris first.
Good.
Go on, mate.
Good. Yeah, everything's good. Loving life. Funny you should mention my Spanish music endeavours, but had a track go to 2.8 million this week in a month, which did not expect, to be fair.
And you didn't even have to buy any of the views this time.
I know. No bots, straight real views. No, but it's great to see, and so that was a nice bit of great news this week, and I'm good. Just doing my thing. Enjoyed streaming on Saturday as well. That was good fun on Twitch. I know you didn't enjoy yours too much, but I had a good fun with mine, and I'm all good really.
Oh, well, yeah. I had a good week. I was out here. I was doing my thing. Had a few beers. I'm still on them, as you can clearly see. Nothing else really. I'm reading my studio setup, so I've got loads of shit out here to make my bootlegs and mashups that need absolutely none of this equipment. So that's going to be fun. But otherwise, yeah, I'm having a good life. And I know what you've done there strategically, Wade. You think I haven't noticed, yeah? I know you've tried to allude to Chris first because you know that he's a cunt and he's not going to ask you how you are. Wade, how are you, mate?
Yeah.
Well, okay, wow. So I was about to ask Wade after you finished, Pav, and now...
Yeah, but we know that's not the... We have so many meetings and stuff, and we chat about the order of stuff, and we know Wade never goes in the middle.
Nah, that's very true. I'm always...
Wade, how are you today? How are you,
No,
mate?
it's a bit late now, mate. I've already done it. It's like you're just jumping on the bandwagon.
Well,
bloody hell.
Well, Pav, thanks for asking, and Chris, thanks for following.
Ouch.
Sheeple.
Yes. Sheeple. I was going to say that, Sheeple. I'm good. I got the new Spider-Man Miles Morales for PS4 because I can't afford a PS5. And that's really good game. Been playing that. It's free agency season. Free agency right now in the NBA.
Shaquez, man.
So there's some great play.
No, I mean,
well,
I'm sure he's probably shit, but he has a
but
song named after him, and that's more than I do.
Well, yeah, he has the Mo Bamba song. But free agency's been good to Golden State Warriors. Unfortunately, Klay Thompson's injured his leg, which is very upsetting because everyone loves Klay. But we've got Kelly Oubre Jr., we've got James Wiseman in the draft. We've got some really good stuff happening. So Golden State's going to come back strong this year. I can feel it. We've got an absolute banging jersey, new jersey this year. So that's pretty much my week. I've been watching the draft and free agency and watching that play out. It's fun. It's like the soap part of like the NBA season. Yeah. When the moves happen, like the deals,
so we don't
the trades.
have the draft system in anything, so it's kind of a little bit different.
Yeah, I felt really sorry because there's a player, Trevor Ariza, who is a good role player, and he got traded four times.
It's weird, yeah. So I was listening to this. What was I listening? I was watching like a YouTube video one day, and there because there's loads of talk about like changes in the Premier League and how they're going to do all that kind of stuff, and they were talking about how like they should do it for the teams, and then they started talking about like American sport, and they were like, for a country that's so capitalist, they're very communist with the way that they do the draft because the worst team gets the first pick. And I was like, yeah. And then I remembered that they've all paid 500 million to get into the draft to just have a team.
Definitely.
And I was like, okay, that makes sense.
True.
Also, liked your little intro, mate. Fitness guru. I'm not quite there. Basically, what I did was...
Yeah, you need to follow Pav's social media. So basically what I did
was... And people need to recognise that while I am still a bit of a fat bastard, I'm kind of trying. And by kind of trying, I mean there was a Gymshark Black Friday sale, which is still on if anybody wants to get anything. And the t-shirts are like 11 quid, so I bought a bunch because it looks like I'm supporting local business because they're from around the corner, but in reality it's just so it looks like I'm working out while also not working out, as you can see, because I'm eating some matchmakers.
Well, Nike has a sale at the moment. You can get 30% off of sale items, another 30% off of sale items with the code BRIGHT30. But there's some really good trainers in there. So I'm obviously I'm a sneakerhead. So for all my fellow
Chris, you
sneakerheads,
got any
check it out,
discount
'cause
codes,
some really
mate? You
good
want
stuff
to
in
share out? Like we've done our plugs.
No, I don't, but I'm
Yeah.
super interested in the Nike one. I'm definitely going to check that out. Is
I bet
that
you are.
the look at my hoodie.
No one can see it
Okay,
because they all
well,
listen to us.
Hopefully if we get some clips up, you'll be able to see. But based on wearing a hoodie just covered in Nike ticks. So what is that on the official website, Wade, or is that on just...
No, it's on the special Chinese website.
Are you joking?
No, yeah, of course it's on
Okay.
the official.
Okay.
I was trying to work out where that was going to go, I'll be honest.
I thought you were talking about like ASOS or something like that, but no, it's the
Then he
official
would have said
website.
it was
No,
an ASOS
well,
sale.
look, yeah, exactly that. ASOS do have a Black Friday sale on at the moment. I don't know what their deals are or their codes, but on Nike, if you go on the Nike app, become a member, Chris. Yeah, there's a 30% off sale. Go into it. There's sale items, trainers, clothing, a lot. If you put the code BRIGHT30 in the checkout, it will take another 30% off of that
definitely.
item.
I'll look at that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nike.com.
So
That's the one.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought I was going to look on
literally.
Adidas.com. Okay,
Oh.
I'll look on Nike.com.
yeah.
This is great banter.
But yeah. Also, I like Chris said, we both streamed this week. Chris, you enjoyed yours. You did really well. I listened to some of yours. It's good. I streamed. I didn't really enjoy it for some reason. Just weren't feeling it. Like the week before, I really enjoyed. This week, I was just like,
No,
nah.
yeah.
You have them days. You have them
it's
days.
one of them, innit? Is one of them.
Yeah, I think it's because I was in my head. There was stuff that I was like, oh, I'm trying to work on this routine and that routine. I'm going through this set list and I'm not paying any attention
It's
to the
because,
set
like,
list I was
obviously,
playing.
because we stream with like a bunch of other DJs. Obviously, there's us three and there's like 4 or 5 other guys. It's like, yeah, everyone's got an hour each, but sometimes you want to play for like an hour and a half. Like, you want an extra, like 20 minutes, half an hour or whatever, just to do your thing.
Yeah, and for the most part, everyone sort of plays house. Like, bar most probably Ollie, who plays garage and drum and bass, and Pav, who plays
Yeah, I just
everything.
basically whatever I listen to during the week is what gets played.
Yeah, and I play everything. But then sometimes I feel that pressure, like, oh, I've got to play like what people know me for, as opposed to just playing
Random shit.
other stuff. Yeah, and I think this week I'm just going to play stuff I like. So if you want to tune in, you can. It's Twitch TV/Wade Kadir. I don't know what I'll be playing, and if you
fucking
don't
hell.
like it,
Talk about, you know,
tough
like
shit.
the selfishness, plugging your own Twitch and nobody else's. Fucking hell. You could have been like, oh yeah, check out the
Yeah.
stay in sessions, guys, and we'll all be there. And you can find everyone's Twitches very easy. He was like, no. Twitch.tv/Wade Kadir is the only one. There is no more. This is the Twitch channel for DJs and music. I mean, there's no one else on this podcast that has any Twitch.
well, both Chris and Pav obviously have a Twitch, and the guys we stream with, the Stand Sessions guys, all have it, and you can find all the information on their page. Just search Stand Sessions on
Or Instagram.
Facebook or Instagram. But I'm just plugging my one at the moment. And Pav's and Chris's. Well, everyone keeps telling me I need to work on a Red Bull freestyle routine, which is lovely. But you only think there's no point doing it now because I'm not applying
but
to
you can still work on
2022.
it.
Whoa. Why are you not applying until 2022?
Because
Wade?
there
We've
isn't
not
one this
discussed
year.
this. Myself as your manager, we've not discussed
Because
this. I mean, what's going on here?
Because I'll tell you why, Chris, because I don't think there is one in
But
2021.
That could.
I mean, considering
be a
they've
problem.
not done
I can understand how that could be a
yeah,
problem.
they've not done the final from 2020 yet.
Yeah.
Because that was meant to be in like April.
Oh.
Yeah, and the fact that I'd rather maybe give it a year for everyone to get the vaccine, possibly drop dead from a vaccine, possibly survive
useful.
the vaccine,
Well,
and then do
hold the
Red Bull
vaccine. We'll talk
freestyle.
about vaccine in discussion topic.
Yeah, because I could sprat 2 more arms, which would make it a lot easier DJing if I get this vaccine. So you know, or another eye or
definitely.
something. Who knows? Should we get into
let's
some news
actually-
and reviews?
I don't know if you guys know, but this is actually a music podcast.
Well, Look, I was going to actually talk about this off podcast to you, but I'm just going to do it on the podcast. We are a music podcast, but we're sort of just like a music / culture podcast.
Basically, we use the word culture because it sounds like we're being like really smart, but in reality, what our podcast should say is we talk about some music and we dick about for 2 hours on the day that we record, and that's it, basically.
I mean, the other day we were talking about mill deals. That's what we do now.
And don't forget, for everyone that is listening now, we've got that new feature which is Pav's Wash Your Order, and today's Subway.
Baby.
I'm looking forward to this.
That's that's later on in the podcast. Well, yeah, because realistically, we do talk music, but not much is happening in the world of music and arts because of the the current climate. So we've adapted and become music and culture. Boy. And then when things, if they ever do go back to normal, by then we'll be picked up by Spotify, so we can do what we want. So, shout out to Spotify. Okay, let's get into news and reviews. First news headline today. Where is it? Munya Chawawa, aka Unknown P, has signed a record deal with Atlantic Records after 2 years of sketches and freestyles of fire in the booth and other things that he's done. He's finally signed a deal with Atlantic Records. I'm gonna talk first about this. This guy has the fastest work rate I've ever seen in my life. News comes out, boom, sketch. Track comes out, boom. He had a diss record out
and Stormzy
Chip before
unbelievable.
Before anyone else could get
level.
On out. Quality. I've followed him for years, and I thought
he's like
hilarious.
Another Mo Gilligan, but he's just like so much more like there's two slightly different sides of the same coin, because obviously Mo's a bit more stand up.
Yeah,
he did the videos to do stand up gigs. Munya's doing the videos to do the videos. We have to mention the GOAT though, really. Like, not even the GOAT, the godfather of this industry that these guys are all in. Because there's one man that set it all off for all of them. And he just kind of died a bit of a death, but he's a bad man. Roll Safe. Big up Roll Safe. He's still about, but he doesn't do Roll Safe anymore. Yeah, he was like, it was like too much. And, you know, because it's a bit like a Big Shaq thing, you know, where people only know the person for one character. And it was that kind of thing, because he did about 10 different characters, but obviously everyone only knew Roll Safe because it was fucking amazing.
Well, I think the good thing about Munya and about Mo was that they used their comedy vehicle and their sketches and stuff to put it into something else. Obviously, Mo went on to do the Big Nasty Show, and then
which, let's be honest,
Late Show with Mo Gilligan.
Has everyone seen the Big Nasty Show? The Big Nasty Show is the Mo Gilligan show, but his name doesn't sell.
Yeah. Well, saying that, Mo Gilligan got a Netflix special and it was really funny.
He's got his own show now, hasn't he?
And
there's some.
Yeah, he's got his own. He's got his own show on Channel 4. It's called the Late Show with Mo Gilligan.
Not taking the piss. Could be the new Corden out here.
It really, really good. I am a big fan of Mo Gilligan. If you haven't seen his Netflix special, you should check it out. And I really hope Munya will go on to have similar success, like whether it be a TV show. Because he's got a Netflix. It's funny you say, because he just did Mo Gilligan's podcast like last week, and I've been listening to it, and he's just really good, because he sounds posh, which is the problem. But then he tells you like why he's posh and stuff. Well, like why he sounds posh, because he's kind of not, and it's like proper. It is a proper interesting person. I could listen to him speak all day, and like genuinely, some of the videos that this guy's come out with is some of the best like comedic sketch satire videos that I've ever. Listen, the Neo one, the sexy love one. You guys seen that one, ain't it? Where he's like, "Is sexy now?" Yeah, I've seen
it. Oh mate, that is like. The levels was too much, because he like done the video because Neo's like wearing that cap and he's like basically like lap dancing on this chair, and he's just banging it out in his flat.
It's quality. Bringing it back to the music side of it, he's obviously signed a deal with Atlantic Records for his Unknown P sketch Alias. What's the thoughts on that? Do you think it'd be like a Big Shaq? Do you think it'd be more successful, less successful?
So funny. I can't wait to the first record. I think the Unknown P Fire in the Booth is so funny. Honestly, I've watched it so many times. It's brilliant. So I'm so looking forward to the first record.
And to be fair to him, he's got bars.
Yeah,
like, he
like,
can
it's-
really.
what's funny is that it's done really well. Like the bars are actually good.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Yeah.
funny. It's just so good.
He like keeps it relevant. Like it's not like it never feels forced. Ever. It always feels so organic, even though he's banging out these videos in literally a day sometimes, like a song's coming out. Like the Chip one, he literally replied in like a day. Like,
Well, look, even the news ones, like the news will break that the government won't
the
feed
Pure Gym one.
starving
Oh my
kids.
god.
Yeah, he gets them out within 24
And
hours.
they're funny.
It's
Like
funny.
he's not
Unreal.
really had any stinkers
Yeah.
where you're like, oh, you've just rushed
No.
this. Like it's dead.
All great, all very, very well done comedy. Okay, let's move on. Jeremiah is on the road to recovery after catching the coronavirus and leaving the intensive care unit this week. Thoughts on Jeremiah catching COVID and
Oh, well,
everything that
COVID's
comes
fake,
with
isn't it? No, I'm joking. We're not going down that road.
I
We are
think
not a
it's
conspiracy podcast.
yeah. I think it's good that in this, if there's any like silver lining of celebrities getting corona, is that at least it's a actual high profile case that people are like, oh my god, I should probably be careful and wear a mask and not spread the virus. So that's, if there is a good side, it would be that. So
Although there is a study
wish
to
him all the
suggest
best.
that maybe masks don't work, but we'll leave that. There's a
Yeah,
couple of
that's
studies
all.
actually about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
We'll
later.
talk a bit coronary after. We'll get a bit coronary.
Yeah. Well, I think the good thing, obviously, is really bad that Jeremiah got COVID. Really talented artist. He was in ICU, so the intensive care unit. So it was obviously a very serious case. And his family or camp have now said he's left that, is recovering, is getting healthier and better, which I think is great. Like, I think the one positive out of such a negative situation is that, especially for America, it highlights quite a big star getting it and getting it bad, because there's been a few stars that have got it and sort of gone, I got it, it weren't that bad.
Because a lot of people
Fine.
are like that.
He
Like a
obviously
lot of
got it.
people don't feel the full effects of it like that.
Yeah, and I think it's just a numbers game. You can be lucky or you could be unlucky. And Jeremiah was unlucky with getting it as bad, but it's really good to hear that he's on the road to being healthy again. So sending love and prayers to Jeremiah. Okay, let's move on. Drake announces his Nike collaboration. We spoke about this a few episodes ago, but it's actually got a release date, which is the 18th of December. Who's copying?
Is it coming
'Cause
out
I am gonna
in the
try.
UK as well?
I don't know. I couldn't find
Considering
that.
how much Drake loves the UK, let's hope it comes out in the UK. You would have thought he would make it happen,
Well, look, Nike's worldwide. The date was the 18th of December. It didn't say whether it was worldwide, US, UK. It didn't say. I can't find out any different. It just says the 18th. Normally, Nike are pretty good at releasing stuff worldwide at the same time. If not, it's normally a couple of days or a week difference. So let's just assume it's going to release on that date for us.
Oh,
Who's copying?
100%.
Is this different from the hoodies that came out a few...
No, this is. I think this is.
Okay, so they
that
released like
Nike
a
collab.
limited edition kind of range, and now they're going to actually fully put it into production. Oh, okay, wicked, because those hoodies are nice.
So, I don't like. There could be more, could be less. Unfortunately, no one tells me nothing. So
I'm
going off
assuming
of what I know.
what was going to happen is maybe he was going to release it like in America, and then when he came to tour next year, we would have just sold bought. Because realistically, like I have a t-shirt and a hoodie from the last tour. Because if I'm going to a tour like that, if I'm going to any show and they have merch, I buy it. Like
I'm buying.
100%, I will buy it unless it looks like dog shit. Like when I went to Russell Peters, the comedian, I ended up buying a couple of t-shirts there because I was like, oh fuck it, we're here. And because he's a massive hip hop head, so they were all like hip hop style designs. They were all like the Run DMC logo and shit. So it was pretty cool. I got street cred.
I always buy merch whenever I go to gigs.
It's like
always.
an unwritten rule. Like unless you're, like
even if it's shit.
you buy the black or white t-shirt with the logo on it.
Look, I always buy merch. If it's shit, I'll buy one thing, like a t-shirt or hoodie, and wear it indoors. If it's good, I'm trying to buy as much as I can afford.
Yeah, because normally it's not really ever that expensive.
Yeah, saying that merch prices again
I'm trying to think,
up.
like, when I went Drake,
I don't know about now.
Last year or the year before, was it? Yeah, it was like 18 months ago. The hoodies were like 50, 60 quid or something.
Well, to give you like a rough idea of the pricing of this collaboration, I can roughly tell you some of the stuff, because it's going to be, from what I know, and I could be wrong because things change and information can be misleading. From what I know, t-shirts will be roughly between 30 to 40.
Website that you're selling them on already, ain't it?
Hoodies will be like 60 to 80. Yeah, but it's all in dollars. The socks are like 20. The hats, I think, are like 25, 30. Look, I'm going to try, if it's America only, I'm not bothering because you get fucked on customs. But if the UK release, I will try and get maybe
hoodie
hoodie,
looks
t-shirt,
really
socks,
good.
hat.
Like the
full
logo
collection.
looks really good.
Yeah. I'm going to try the whole lot.
Yeah.
Okay, should we move on?
Yeah,
Because
we're
we
just
all
going to be
want this-
sucking Drake's
this
stick for
merch.
the
If
next
anyone
10
could-
minutes, ain't it?
Yeah. Also, if anyone can hook us up, please hit me up. Wade Kadir on social media, Pavan Saki on social media, Chris Watson on social media, or No Drinks in the Booth on social media. We all check it. Please hit us up. Give us some free shit. Okay, last headline. 50 Cent was on Big Boy's Neighborhood, and he agreed in principle, technically, that he would do a versus with The Game if he was to do a versus. There was versus that was, I think, end of last week, which was Jeezy versus Gucci Mane.
Jeezy rinsed him on
good if anyone watched
rounds,
it.
didn't he?
Yeah, Jeezy won, but Jeezy also publicly squashed their beef, which was great because Gucci Mane got one of Jeezy's friends killed. So it takes a big man to do something like that, and he did it for the culture because Jeezy is a god. Thoughts on 50 Cent versus The Game?
I'll be honest,
versus.
like, I've not watched the last few verses. The last one,
Well, and that is why we
the
have very
last
little
one
to
I
talk about in this
watched properly
podcast.
was Snoop Dogg DMX. I was up till 4 or 5 in the morning watching that shit because that
was
was
hard
just
work
good.
watching.
There was too many bangers.
Like,
Yeah, it was too
'cause of
many
the time
bangers. I
difference.
even started a Apple Music free trial to watch it on the TV, which I absolutely fucking cancelled the minute I clicked it because ain't nobody paying £10 a month, bro. Yo, I got bills. But like, I don't know. You know what is with verses? I think all they need to do is just keep it alive because it'll become a concert as soon as it can become a concert.
It's a fantastic concept.
What's the word? The Red Bull one, the Sound Clash. It's the same thing, but with massive American artists, which makes it very, very sellable. Like, I'll be honest, I'm quite sad that they stopped Red Bull Sound Clash because obviously Red Bull Sound Clash was really good, especially the year they had Rebel Sound, which was like Chasing Status and Rodigan and Shy FX. As a combination, was the group I didn't know I needed, but now can't live with. Like, they ended up touring on Rebel Sound like for like 2 years. That's how good. And these are like established artists as well. ASAP was so bad in that though. That was
which was a shame. I don't think they got the concept.
I don't think well, Sound Clash is obviously a Jamaican thing, and the UK culture is just so much closer to that. Like, there's a direct link.
Yeah, but they're from Harlem. Harlem's got strong ties with Jamaica.
It's not the same in America.
Yeah, true.
Because of the whole, don't know if you guys heard, there was a bit of a slavery thing there, and there's all that going on.
There was sort of that here as well.
You know what I mean? It wasn't as what's the word? It wasn't as blatant.
You could say it wasn't.
And it wasn't that recent either. I mean, I think
debatable,
we technically outlawed slavery in the like 1700s or something. Technically.
Look, I don't know. I don't get into all that.
Yeah,
fuck
we'll
the
go
racist.
with fuck the racist. But the thing is, in America, is because... So I was listening to this guy one day, and he was like, no colour is a culture. he was like, if you're white, he goes, there's no white culture because you might be Italian or German or whatever. But he was like, the only exception is black people, because he was like, in America especially, he was like, obviously we've taken their culture away. So they don't know, like they've got different names, it's X, Y, Z. So they're just black people in America. So he was like, they can be their own culture. And I think, whereas in England, everyone knows exactly where they came from. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, everyone knows, oh, I came from this city in Africa. Or, do you get what I mean? So I think they're a little bit closer to the to the root.
Well, to bring it back.
Oh, 100%. This is podcasting, baby.
What is your thoughts on 50 Cent versus The Game on Versus?
I'll be honest, I probably won't listen to it. Just got to be straight.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, Chris.
Yeah, if I'm being honest with you, I've actually not watched the Versus yet. I should.
Not even Brandy versus Monica?
No. That's probably the one I would go to first, though, if I'm honest with you, because that would be great.
I'm going to stop putting these fucking Versus headlines in
because it's just
no
not
one
that good. Them. But it's not that good because of Corona.
Well, no, it is that good. It's just that they're on at awkward times.
Yeah,
none of us watch them.
It's not the.
Let's face it. If this was on at like 2 PM, 5 PM, 7, 8, 9, Chris might not watch it, but we'd force him to. But you would watch it, and I would watch it because it's on at 4 in the morning because of the time difference.
Obviously, we're all smart enough people to realise they're gonna 100% make it into a live thing, and it's just obviously.
Oh, yeah.
I think they assumed that by this time it would already be a live thing, and obviously it's not. So it's just kind of, it feels like they're just keeping it going to keep it going for when that happens.
Yeah, but they've got some. The Jeezy Gucci Mane thing was big because these two guys tried actually killing each other in real life. So like that was worth watching. I saw highlights, but it's worth watching because you could definitely tell at any point they might just shoot each other.
Yeah, the problem I have is I don't listen to either of the two.
Well, there you go. I'm a big fan of Jeezy, and I equally don't mind Gucci Mane. See, look, these people don't know shit. Okay.
Where's one Beastie Boys t-shirt, and all of a sudden he's a fucking hip hop god?
Well, I'll only take the crown. If it's there.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, shouldn't have said it then, should you? Okay. That's all the headlines. That's it. I'm going to stop including Versus now because no one watches them.
Did you don't even watch them? No, did you watch Brandy versus Monica? Did you?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I didn't watch it. I watched it back. I don't watch them live because of the time difference. I watch them the next day.
Sounding a bit suspect.
I watched Brandy versus Monica. I watched Jeezy versus Gucci Mane the next day. The only one I didn't watch the was it like the Gladys Knight one when they had some like big R&B legends. I didn't watch the Babyface Teddy Riley one either, just because
no one wants to listen to it.
But I heard it weren't that good anyway. Well, they get big numbers, so shout out to Versus. I think it's a great concept, great idea. Can't wait to see how it evolves even more. Well, I'm not being funny. They've got on Apple TV, so that's
who
not a small
do you want to see on a Versus? Sorry, just before we leave this, if you have to pick two people who you want to see on Versus,
what versing each other, or just two people that I'd like to see on there? Lil Wayne would be a good one for me. Maybe trying to think, maybe like a Drake or Nicki Minaj or someone, or a Tyga, because they're all from that Young Money camp. So there's like that whole Young Money sort of thing, and they're obviously deep. So I'd like to see a Kanye one. Everyone wants to see a Kanye one, but Kanye versus what? Kanye, because he's fucking nuts. So it'd be him going different sides of
this is President Kanye
versus himself.
This is rapper Kanye.
Yeah.
Imagine just quickly. Imagine going against Drake in a versus.
You've lost.
You came over.
You've lost.
But then you just lost instantly.
You've lost.
Imagine going against Drake in a versus. Insane.
You wouldn't know. Kanye West could definitely hold up a Drake
He's
one.
probably the only
he's-
person that could.
Unless
I can't think of anyone
unless
else.
they're bringing out Dr. Dre, it's not happening for anyone.
Honestly, if Dre went against Drake,
Sorry,
I mean, I think I know who'd win that.
Sorry, Chris, are you genuinely trying to say that Drake might be the greatest hip hop producer of all time?
No. Well, this is my point. Chris is obviously conceding right now. Drake versus Kanye is quite a fair matchup, but it's unfair because people forget the stuff that Kanye's produced. So he can start pulling out some of these Alicia Keys records, some of these John Legend records. Drake didn't produce shit. No offense to Drake, like fantastic, but he's not a producer, is he? So there you go.
Well,
Drake, send me some merch. Let's move on.
Yeah.
No, go on.
I want to
Get
see
your last word in.
Usher versus Neo. That's like pretty level.
Fantastic. That'd be great.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I'm trying to think of who else would be a good one. Joe, I'd like to see some like outside of hip hop.
That would be cool. Like a Chasing Status versus like Rudimental or something.
There you go, like a Shawn Mendes versus a Justin Bieber, or like
they're
an Ariana
cool
Grande
for it,
versus
though, you know,
a
they're
Gaga.
like two PR. Well, like Chasing Status would do it.
I was going to say they're too friendly.
Chasing Status
like,
would 100%
it only
do it.
works with rappers, really.
I know it works with like people like Chasing Status. I think with a lot of the UK producery acts, it works because they've all got a Jamaican influence, so they understand the concept. Like, I mean, obviously Chasing Status would do it. They're like the one that obviously glare out because of the whole Rebel Soundclash thing. So they actually know what's going on. Have you seen the documentary about that?
Joe would be a good one. Sorry, it just popped into my head. ASAP versus Boy Better Know, because ASAP did not get the concept of
honestly,
Rebel Soundclash.
it's like the worst thing. Like, as someone, I'm not like huge Soundclasher, but like I watch Soundclash and I understand it and I know like what you gotta bring. ASAP just had ass and titty.
But do you not think ASAP, like record for record, ASAP, Boy
Yeah, but
Better
Boy
Know,
Better
that
Know
would be a
would
good one. Yeah, I reckon they'd win as well, but I'm just saying it would be a good
Boy Better Know would win
one
because
to
they
do.
would fully like. The thing is, because they're in that world, it would just become a cipher.
Well, it's not that. I think the way it's done is good because ASAP's a group, Boy Better Know's a group. They're both labels as well. They've both got substantial amount of artists.
Jeremy would take the lot.
Yeah. Big up Jeremy. Okay, let's move on. Should we do some reviews? Because I don't know about you, but I think this is a very
apart from
good
I think
week
it was
for music.
like 3 or 4 weeks ago. We had a really good music week. This might be as close as we've got to that week. There was no stinkers. Or was there? Find out now.
Damn straight. Okay, let's move on. Reviews. Okay, as always, you can listen to all of the tracks we talk about on our Spotify playlist. No Drinks in the Booth. Artist and playlist name is the same. And equally, make sure you check out our YouTube playlist so you can watch the videos to all these tracks, or lyric videos, or whatever videos they seem to have, because some of the videos are well worth a watch, i.e. the Duck Sauce Mesmerise one from a few weeks ago will blow your fucking mind.
Which one was that?
That is madness.
Okay.
Oh, you got to watch it. It's so good.
Honestly, mind-blowing. Let's get into the reviews this week. Are you writing an essay or something, Chris?
No, I'm just getting up the notes right now,
deadline for his dissertation.
all I can hear is click, 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 click.
It's all right. It's not coming through on my mic. It's all good.
I mean,
I'm just,
it
getting the
is
notes
because
up.
we can fucking hear it.
Well, it is coming through because we can hear it.
Not this mic.
Yeah.
Not the mic. Not the mic that's recording. It's all good, guys. It's all good. We're safe.
If anyone can hear the clicks, please let us know on social media just so we can at Chris. Okay, first review. The track is by Ray and it's called Regardless. Pav, you're Ray's biggest fan. You can go first.
It's just a good tune though, isn't it? Let's be honest. Yeah, I mean, vocally, I think she always sounds pretty good. There's never really a problem with that for me. Lyrics-wise, it was cool. But I really like the production. It just sounded a bit different. It's not what I expected, because I expected it to go very disco-y, Dua Lipa style sound, and it just kind of didn't really go down that route. It was a bit darker, and I like that. That bass line was just a bit. It was thumping. It was a bit like sort of ravey, like underground housey. So I couldn't really complain. I like that she's a varied artist because you can kind of stick her on any tune and she'll sound good, which not a lot of people can say. So yeah, I gave that a 4 out of 5.
Yeah. Legendary, obviously we know the right word is interpolation. Legendary interpolation from a tune that came out in 2001, IIO's Rapture. Amazing record. And it's been done so well here.
What a fucking word, nonce.
What a word that is, honestly. You love it.
God. The funny thing is, sorry, Chris, I don't mean to get you off, is I feel like Chris is going to go, yeah, like, say all this great stuff and go, I think you got to.
That is my
the
usual
thing is,
style.
I know the word interpolation because I don't know if you guys heard, but I kind of wrote a 10,000 word dissertation on sampling. However, I was like, the fuck is this guy talking about? Who the fuck does he think he is? Do you think this is a serious music podcast, mate? No. We just dick about and listen to some tunes.
We've got to use the right words, though. We've got to use the right words. But honestly, I'm going to go against what you expect of me. 4 out of 5 drinks. Great record.
You hear the silence, it's because I was having cardiac arrest.
Fucking hell. And we're back.
Ray, and the track's called Regardless. It's got interpolation, or whatever the fuck you call it. It basically samples IIO's Rapture, which is a 5-star tune, in my opinion. This is not as good as that, but it samples it well. It's not as good. Do you think it's as good as Rapture?
It's a classic. Rapture is an absolute classic. I just think the interpolation is done well.
Sorry, can we stop being cunty
I agree,
about
the
this and
interpolation
get
is
back
done
to
well.
like just chatting some shit?
You're the one who brought it up because you wrote about it in an essay.
Oh yeah,
just
sorry,
saying.
no, you brought it up because you fucking said it. That's how bringing stuff up works. I don't know if you've heard.
Right.
Well, looks like me and Pab are doing verses at some point.
Oh.
Listen, the interpolation's great. Yeah, it's good. Is it as good as Rapture? No, it gets 4 because it's better than average and it's done well, but it's not as good as Rapture, so it gets 4.
Lovely. Thanks for that.
There you go.
Thanks for bringing it back.
Okay, next. Yeah, that's fine. Next track, Circles, Megan Thee Stallion. Chris?
Hard tune. Megan Thee Stallion, top of her game right now. Obviously riding that crazy success off the back of WAP. So yeah, pretty hard tune. 3 out of 5 drinks for me.
I wanted to like this record because I heard the start of the record and I was like, this should sound good. And it kind of didn't. It kind of got... Basically, the more I listened to this tune, the less I liked it. And I think that's a real problem. Of course, there is the interpolation in this song of Jasmine Sullivan's Holding You Down. Which you can tell straight away that it's a sample. I just didn't know the song, which is why I was Googling it on who sampled just now. It was just a bit of a weird one. I was like, you know what? If it was like 8 BPM slower, I reckon this song would have slapped, but she's trying to keep it fast. So like it's in with the rest of her tunes, like in that tempo range. I wrote down, why is it so fast? And then I put underneath, it's a shit nice for what? Because that's kind of like, I feel like if it was that kind of tempo, it would have sounded really good, but it wasn't. So I gave it a 2.
Okay, Circles, Megan Thee Stallion. I gave it 4. I thought it was good. I thought the interpolation, sampling, whatever you want to fucking call it, I thought that was good. There's equally, it's off her brand new album, which has got some really good tracks on. There's one track that samples OPP, Naughty by Nature. That's well done as well. I like her flow. I think Megan Thee Stallion can't put her foot wrong. She's doing really well at the moment.
Tory Lanez's car. Literally.
Shots fired.
We was both,
literally.
Well, I love you, mate.
There you go, yeah.
We was on the same one there.
Thanks, Pav, thanks. I know, I was straight away. I gave it 4. I thought it was good. The album is really good, so check out the album, available on Spotify and Apple. Well, I'm assuming it's on both of them. Okay, next track, NSG featuring Unknown T. The track is called Kate Winslet.
I didn't want to like this song because I'm not a huge fan of NSG because I find their stuff can sound a bit the same. And plus, nobody knows anyone in NSG. That's just a fact.
Like
However,
40
I've
members.
actually done a gig with them and they were dead, but that's not the point. However,
God.
Right, so now they're thrown on a fire, just like Be Young.
I'll be honest. There was like, so I wasn't even actually I did a little bit of DJing, but I was doing the sound, and I like had like there's 6 of them, had 6 wireless mics, and I basically spent the whole gig listening to just the mics because you can like solo it on a mixer, and they just weren't saying anything. 3 of them had their mics off. Yeah, but I saved the battery
Good for
money,
them.
so jokes on them. I
Okay,
gave
back
it
to
a
the
4
track,
out of
back
5
to the
'cause
track.
Unknown T saved it. His verse was
Okay.
really good. He's such a versatile artist. Like, he came with Hum and B, and everyone was like, "Okay, cool, yeah, he's a drill rapper or whatever," and he's just done absolutely not that. And obviously, he caught a case and he was freed. Big up.
Well, thanks for the background information, Unknown T.
Thing about just continuing from what Pav just said with Unknown T, his visuals are always really good. Same with NSG, they always look super fresh. The visuals are just fresh, all the videos. So, and the track was cool. So 3 out of 5 drinks on Kate Winslet.
Really good, really good, really good. 3 out of 5.
Yeah. I gave it. What did I give it? I gave it a 3. I thought it was good. NSG stuff does sound all the same, but they've sort of like carved their own lane with that, because you know an NSG record straight away. So you know that takes a feat in itself. I liked it. Unknown T, it's good on it. It just 3, which it's not a bad 3 either. We've got 2 options, by the way, boys. We can either speed up these reviews, or we're going to have a fairly long podcast.
Let's just go in, man. Let's just.
I mean, we got to do the reviews properly. We like the reviews. For like, let's finish the reviews off.
There you go. Let's do it for the people. Okay, the next track, Diplo and Sonny Fodera. The track is called Turn Back Time. Chris,
Love all these house records that Diplo's putting out, collaborating with kind of everyone that's kind of hot right now, making house music. And it's cool to see Sonny Fodera with him as well. 4 out of 5 drinks for me on this track.
Yeah,
on,
it
then
was
you
kind of
pass
the
that.
same. I sort of didn't want to like this record when I heard it. I was like, "Oh, do I like it? Do I not like it?" And then I listened to it again, and I was like, "It's just too infectious." So I gave it a 4 out of 5. Man, I did like it.
Okay, Diplo and Sonny Fodera, track's called Turn Back Time. I gave it 4 out of 5. Is it as good as Looking for Me with Paul Woolford? I don't know, because I weren't a big fan of that straight away, and that's one of my favourite songs now. I reckon in like 2-3 weeks' time, this will be a 5 to me.
It's one of those. It's very
But I've gotta
dividing
go
tune.
for
You
what
gotta
I've
let it sit.
listened. Yeah, but it gets 4 with its potential to go to 5. So, okay, that's what that gets. Okay, next track, Conductor featuring Jay Gray. Track is called Time.
This one goes in. This one really does go in. Conductor, legend. So 4 out of 5 drinks for me on this one.
I wasn't a huge fan. The sound wasn't quite right for me, but it was kind of okay, so I gave it a 3.
Okay, Conductor, Time featuring Gene Gray. I gave it 4. I've said this before and I say it again. Garage is very hard to make. To make quality garage, there's a lot of shit garage, but this.
Whose phone is ringing?
Someone. First time ever. Sorry, we need to put our phones on silent before we start the
The
podcast.
disrespect to the podcast.
The disrespect is
Chris,
unreal.
read the room for fuck's sake.
I don't know what.
I know.
Did you just tell everyone they need to put their phone on silent while putting your phone on
Look,
silent?
we can't
while
have
it's
that
ringing?
again. It happened once. Let's avoid having our phones on loud when we're recording the podcast.
Some of us have some. Yeah, some of us have some
My
actual.
phone is on
respect.
silent. Yeah, my watch is on silent.
Fucking hell.
I know. Fucking joke. Working with such unprofessional people these days. Okay, Time, Conductor featuring Gene Gray. It's not Gene Gray, is it? Jay Gray. Chris, you've thrown me right off. It gets a 4 out of 5 because it's good quality. I can't go into the reasons
he's
why
too
now 'cause
shook
I've
up
lost
about
my
the
train of thought. Oh, it's absolutely fuck this podcast.
It wasn't the 4
Um,
intros that we tried to do at
moving
the
on.
beginning. It was this 1 hour in.
Yeah. Yeah, because you try. If anyone wants to try and edit it out, you can. But I'm saying stick with it. Let the people see
we'll
how
keep
it
the
is
4
really.
intros as well.
No filter.
You could keep the 4 intros with me just swearing a lot because I couldn't get it done. Okay, next track, Mist. It's called Cemetery Walks.
Yo, I didn't think I was gonna like. I heard a little clip of this on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, I can't be arsed. It's just a bit of a deep tune. I'm not really deep like that with rappers." And then
I don't Instagram.
yeah,
Thought
I
it
was
deep,
like,
thought, fuck
I've
this.
run away from my feelings because I'm insecure, but that's a different question. Like,
That's a different podcast.
no feelings in the booth. But yo, I listened to it, and I was just like, yo, he really goes in, but like he's not wasting words. It was almost like on a Wretch vibe where he's not wasting a single word. It got a 5. I went big up my brother Mist, Birmingham thing.
Yeah, it was kind of cool to see, because I think the last tune he dropped was like a drill track. I think it was with Tion Wayne? Or
Yeah,
it was
it's
something
the Tion
like
Wayne. He was a feature on that.
So it's cool. It just,
Was that was that a rhetorical question?
I'm not. What do you mean? I just wasn't
asked
sure
because
if it
he
was.
100% knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's rhetorical.
So it's cool to see his versatility, and obviously he's got the lyrical ability to do kind of deeper tracks, which is cool. So I gave this one 3 out of 5 for me.
Just bigged it up for like 5 minutes and was like 3.
Three's a good rating. I'm not sure what you guys are saying. 3's a good rating.
Well, 3 is average.
Yeah, 3 is average.
Three's,
Three is-
I think
don't you?
3's good.
3 is
If you translated 3 into a word, the word would be good. That's what I think.
no. The word would be average because we've just
Have you just
picked
turned
the
the
word
light on?
average because that's what it's been. 4 is good. 5
Yeah.
is great. Or like kind of as
Pretty
close
much.
as whatever.
It's over
Chris is still
halfway.
working
It's
the
like
rating system
60%.
Oh, we're halfway
Well, no,
there.
This podcast is
Oh.
it's falling apart. Next song.
Why are you always
Which means
trying
next
to
song
cut
ain't going for
Wade out,
review.
man? Fucking hell.
Oh, I can't win.
Joe,
You
what?
brought
He's
him
turned the
into
light
this
on and he thinks,
podcast. Like, I
fuck
didn't know
Wade.
Wade before. You brought him in just to gaslight him out, Chris.
Oh, this is I can't win.
I'm not saying it's racism,
Oh,
but
fantastic. Right.
yeah, pull that card out, motherfucker. Okay,
Sorry.
my thoughts on Miss Cemetery
I
Walks.
can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, I gave it a 5 because lyrically it's very good. It shows his versatility and it has very deep meaning, and it obviously is quite personal to him. It's a very good track. There's not a lot of deep tracks coming out at the moment, and not a lot of
I was
good
going to
ones.
say,
at
yeah,
least,
the
and this
thing
gets
I
a
really
5.
liked about this one
5.
is because obviously he's talked about his mum dying before on a lot of other tunes,
Yeah,
but I feel like he's sort of matured. He sounded very old
Yep.
soul on this song, which I really liked.
fantastic. That's why I got a 5, Pav,
Oh, yeah.
from me, and a 5 from you,
And a meh.
and it's
A
good
meh
from Chris.
from Chris. His mother's died. Show some respect. So,
What do I say to that?
If look, Chris, I will give you the one opportunity. If you want to amend your rating, you can.
Well, that's what I think of the song. I think the song is
Okay.
is that rating.
confirmed.
Okay,
Podcast host Chris Watson hates
moving on
Mist's
from-
mom.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
I do not. I
Okay.
absolutely do not.
for the record, Chris doesn't. Moving on from Heartless Chris. Okay, next track, Ransom, St. John featuring Black and Kalani. Can't wait to hear your views on this one, Chris.
The album artwork is wicked.
Oh, fucking hell.
Right, look, listen. I'm going to explain the concept in less than 10 seconds about the reviews. You review the song.
Well, the album artwork's
There you
part
go.
of like the listening experience. Is what you see first.
Jesus
Well, it
Christ.
is.
No, it's not. Not for us, it's not. We're reviewing the music, not
Well,
his
it's part
artwork.
of the song. Would you not agree with that? You collect vinyl. Surely you're
Yeah,
an
and it's
advocate
all
of
black.
that. What you get? What every vinyl Wade has is white label, just black covers.
Look. I agree that the cover
Yeah.
adds to the experience of
Yeah.
buying it or streaming it, but we're here to review the song, not their covers.
Okay.
Or
We
or
should do. This
artwork.
should be
So,
a debate. We should
it's
add this to the discussion section. How important is the artwork with the song?
Listen. I'm happy to add the artwork. I won't personally do it. You can all do it yourselves. But if you want to talk about the artwork in its own review the artwork section, we can start. It could be Chris's review the artwork,
Well,
and we put that right after we say
Yeah,
goodbye.
we'll do
It'd be
like
like
what
a
you can
bonus
pick
feature.
one artwork a week and tell us why you like it, Chris. How about that?
oh, that's nice. Well, I tell you what, this week I'm going to pick this artwork because this is definitely the
What a
artwork
cunt.
of the week.
What a prick.
And so big shouts to the designer on the artwork on this one.
I'll be honest,
And-
Chris, that was really
Yeah.
smart from you. Like, I didn't think you had that in you.
No. It was slick. St. John, he sounds wicked over these kind of beats. So 3 out of 5 drinks for me. My favourite rating, as you know.
I can't keep this. This is done. I thought the song was average, and so I gave it a 3 out of 5.
I equally thought the song was average and gave it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
I wished it
Yeah.
was better because the features on it
Yeah.
means it should be better than what it is. If it was just St. John on his own, it'd mostly get a 4. But you've got the help of Black and Kalani, so you should
I thought the features were
a
really
higher
good.
rating.
I really enjoyed that versus.
Well, you still gave it. What did you
3
give
out
it?
of 5
So it couldn't
drinks.
have been that good. It was average.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's brand sticking together.
Look, I'll give it 3 out of 5 as well. Big up the Brown.
That
That
sounds like
edit
the
that out.
fucking biggest heroin get ever.
Yeah. Track is whack. Okay, next track, Hot Boy Bling by French Montana featuring Jack Harlow and Little
I had a problem
Dirk
with this
have-
song, and the problem that I had with it is I heard the first 5 seconds and thought, oh shit, has French done a garage beat on this? And then it wasn't a garage beat, and I was immediately disappointed. Gets a 3 because I really like the flows on it. But if someone can get the Chris, this is one for you. If you can get the acapella and put a garage beat on that song would probably become a 4 or a 5. But at the moment, in its current state, it is a 3.
Yeah, I thought this song was so sick. And I'm not surprised with Jack Harlow on it. And he's doing the whole Drake singing thing too. Like, trust me, Jack Harlow, current favourite of mine right now. So 4 out of 5 drinks for me on Hot Boy Bling.
Okay, Hot Boy Bling, French Montana featuring, like Chris just said, Jack Harlow and Little Dirk. I gave it a 4 out of 5 drinks. French sounds good on it. The Jack Harlow feature is really good, and I like the Little Dirk feature. I thought it was a really good collaboration. Not one I expected to see either. So I was pleasantly surprised. So it got 4 out of 5 drinks from me. Okay, moving on. The track's called Everybody Dance. It's by Cedric Gervais and Franklin, featuring the legendary Nile Rodgers.
It's massive
Chris?
for Cedric Gervais to get Nile Rodgers on a track. Like, that's pretty crazy. Collaborating with Nile Rodgers, that must be a good feeling. But yeah, the track's super happy. Good happy tune. 3 out of 5 drinks for me.
Yeah, I gave this a 4, just because I really like the vibe of the tune. It was just a real good feel good tune, which don't come out too often, especially with the house tunes, because they're just kind of very open genre. It's not kind of like commercial music where like there's a lot of clear cuts and you know what you like and don't like. With house, it's just open. It's like anyone could produce anything, and this is a good example of that because it sounds really good. But yeah, I gave it a 4.
Okay, Everybody Dance, Cedric Gervais and Franklin featuring Nile Rodgers. I gave it a 4 as well. Super happy. Obviously, samples or
Interpolate is the correct conjugation of the verb.
Yeah, the classic Chic record. That's obviously why they got the Nile Rodgers feature. Really good, really happy. Need more of this music going into a bit of a dreary sort of winter. So
it's gone really cold really quickly,
more
hasn't it?
Happy. Yeah, and very grey.
So I got the jumper on.
Very grey. Very miserable. Yeah, it's very unhappy right now. Okay, let's move on. Next track, The Answer, Chris Lake and the legendary Armand Van Helden, featuring Arthur Baker and Victor Simonelli. Wow, that is a mouthful.
What a collaboration. Chris Lake, GOAT of house music and dance music. Do your research, trust me. And with Armand Van Helden as well, another GOAT. Huge. 4 out of 5 drinks for me on this one.
Have to agree with everything Chris just said, which I didn't think I was going to say given how this podcast has been going. But
well, ever really, Pav. I never thought you'd ever agree with me on anything, really. We've done well.
I always do, mate. Occasionally you have good ideas, like when you said, "Oh, shall we let Chris Wade join the podcast?" And I was like, "That's a good idea." It did say that. It basically saved the podcast. There's not been one since that, but now you have had one, and that was what you just said.
My second one. I have my moments.
You were spot on. 4 out of 5.
Hopefully another within 6 months. We can hope.
But we'll see, depending on your Subway order.
We'll wait for Chris. Yeah.
Oh, can't wait for that. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Yeah, I just did I not say the rating? I said I agree everything Chris said, so I thought I'd already said but 4 out of 5. I was wondering why everyone was just fucking stopped and was just looking at me like, is he gonna say it?
I like the way we do the reviews this week because it is so fucked up. It's really good. But like in a good way. It's professionally fucked. I like it. Okay, The Answer, Chris Lake and Armand Van Helden.
Sounds like a BBC scandal. Professionally fucked on Panorama.
yeah. And Victor Simonelli. You said Armand Van Helden was a goat. He is. Part of Duck Sauce. You said Chris Lake is a goat. He is. So is Arthur Baker and Victor Simonelli. So it's 4 goats on a track. And because of that, he got 5. The track is banging. It is what I expect to hear from 4 amazing producers / DJs. And yeah, it couldn't get less than a 5. So we sort of agree, but I think it's better than what you most probably do. I reckon in a week or two's time, you'd say that's a 5. Out.
Tune in to episode 20.
And you know, the only reason I know this is because I've had this track for a couple of weeks, oddly enough, because I got it sent on promo, and straight away I liked it. I was like, "Oh, that's promo, 4.
Man. Sharing is caring, bro."
Unfortunately, can't do that. They don't let you.
Dropbox does though, so if you want to check it in the link.
What's that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want the tune that's already out. Just like the next one, innit?
Yeah, well, my point was I got this a few weeks ago. Thought it was a 4. Listened to it for 2 weeks straight, pretty much. It made its way into the reviews, and it grew on me to a 5. So I reckon it'll do the same for you. Okay, moving on. Track is called Alive. It's by Pax and Gorgon City. Pav.
Yeah, it was just a good, solid tune, to be honest. So it got a 3 out of 5 for me. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just a nice, solid tune.
It was average.
I would say, yeah.
Would you
like
say,
if I
average?
went halfway in a numbers 1 to 5, which would be 3, that would have to be average, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree on that with 3 being an average rating. Chris,
you thought it was 3, so you thought it was good. Sorry,
no one's ever said like
penis.
So like penises can be from like 0 to 12. No one ever said, 6. Well, that's just really good. No, it's average.
2.5 is average. 3 is over halfway.
2.5 isn't average.
Well,
it's in the middle between 0 and 5.
You can't give a track 0, really. That's just us being knobheads when we give it 0. The ratings are between
which we
1
never
and
do.
5. Ergo, 1 and 5 inclusive.
Oh, so technically 2 should be average. So actually, I'm a whole 1 ahead. So it's even really good.
Where did you go to school for math?
Who knows, mate? I was life educated.
You've got a degree. Give a fucking degree to anyone, man. The world, like.
I know, it's shocking.
This
Imagine
is why.
Pat being
It'd be amazing. When I see people in America.
Yeah, let's fuck this reviews off. Go on.
When I see people in America drinking like Dettol because they're like, oh yeah, it's like anti-bac. I'm going to get rid of coronavirus. Like, and I was like, surely people can't be this stupid. We have one of them on the podcast.
What you mean? You mean like injecting the Dettol doesn't work? I've been doing that since March.
It explains a lot.
No wonder you've been getting powder.
That must
which
be
is pretty hard for you anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, track, please. Alive, Pax, Gorgon City.
Huge for Pax. I remember like listening to their earlier tunes on SoundCloud, and I was like, these are wicked. I thought they were going to be huge, and now they're collaborating with Gorgon City. Massive. 4 out of 5 drinks for me.
So you would say above average?
Okay, Pax.
I'd say very good.
Fuck off, Chris.
Alive, Pax and Gorgon City. I gave it a 3 because I thought it was good. I expected a bit more from the collaboration. That was all. But it's a good track, but average in my opinion. Moving on, Retina Scan, Dance System, and Fool's Gold own A-Track. Chris?
Cool track. Really well produced. Obviously, we all love A-Track. 3 out of 5 drinks for me.
Yeah, it wasn't quite a 4 because while I thought it was above average, I didn't think it was that much above average. So it got the only half rating. My almost it's become like a needed thing. It's become like a mandatory 1 rating needs to be a half, and it was this one. It was a 3.5 out of 5 because although it was above average, it wasn't that above average. So yeah, 3.5. Nice tune.
Okay, Retina Scan, Dance System, and A-Track. I thought it was really good. I gave it a 4. I think the mistake a lot of people make when they're really into an artist is they think every single
A 5.
track has got to be a 5, and this is a collaboration again. So, yeah, I think it suits the Dance System sound more than like you can tell A-Track's featured and it's a collab, but it sounds more Dance System-esque. And it got a 4. I thought it was well made, really good. I like the collab. I will play it and I will listen to it. Okay, moving on. Stamina by Alex Mills.
Yeah, kind of same again. This is sort of where the review sort of tail off a little bit towards the end because all the big tunes were at the beginning. Just thought it was a cool tune, nice tune. Average 3 out of 5.
I'd like to point out, by the way, when I do these reviews, they're not meant to be
what
that
I find
way.
is at the beginning you get the hard hitter tunes, like as in you get the commercially viable tunes first. And then as you go down, you get more underground, not necessarily in quality, but like as in it's a different sound. So it's a bit like a color chart kind of thing. So as you get to the end, it's like you either really like the tunes or you really don't like the tunes.
Yeah, because I'd like to point out when I do these reviews, they're not done in like any specific order.
Because on
they're
the
just
playlists,
as they come
all
up,
the
and I find
commercial
them.
tunes come at the top anyway. So
see, this is why what you're saying. I scroll
Fuck
to
off.
the bottom and go in reverse. Yeah, no, I do because I know I can find some like
I'll
some
just shut the fuck
underground
up. Clearly, I'm
gems.
wrong.
Damn straight, Chris.
I'm used to hearing from Alex Mills kind of super poppy records. I think she collaborated with the duo Blonde like years ago, and
yes, she did.
you know, like really poppy like commercial house records. So it's really nice to see something like different kind of coming out from her that's kind of showing like her love for underground house clubbing, that kind of thing. So 3 out of 5 drinks for me. Big ups Alex Mills.
Okay, Alex Mills' track's called Stamina. I gave it 3 out of 5 drinks as well. You're right, she did feature on a couple of Blonde tracks. I really like the sound. I hope she stays in this vein. I think this is definitely one that will grow. I know it's getting playlisted by a lot of commercial radio stations. So I think we're going to hear this in a lot of places, and rightly so. It's good. I like it. I think it could be a 4. I don't know why it's not a 4. There's something missing for me. But it's really good. Just not quite there. I don't know. There's something. Maybe it's because the Blonde stuff she did was so well done. I was sort of liking this to that, which is maybe my own problem, but whatever. Moving on. Next track, Slide, Boy Wonder and Denny Valentino. Chris, I'll let you go first because I know you had a struggle finding this earlier.
It started off really nicely. I think it's like synths or like bells at the start that kind of go underneath the beat. I was like, wow, like I want that sound. Like somehow I need to find that sound for my tracks. Track was cool. 3 out of 5 drinks.
Oh, sorry. I just completely lost my train of thought then. I was like, he stopped and I was waiting for Wade to say, Pav? but I know we don't do that anymore.
No.
I try and do it less.
Yeah. The guy's called Boy Wonder, which is obviously he's not the Boy Wonder. I will assume it's not like another alias, is it? Does anyone know?
I assume it's not that Boy Wonder because
Yeah, but that's what I was
spelled
thinking. Oh, it might be a little alias that he's just trying to be a knob and he's trying to second half it or something.
Joe, I suggest doing for that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing that thing that Chris does where he just plucks out a question and
Nah.
The thing that Chris does that I've not done this podcast, which you've just done.
once. What the fuck was that? I thought someone was doing sound effects.
What was that?
I thought Chris was like, yeah, I've got the Akai out just in case one of these two chats shit.
What? Sorry, what was that?
I think I just blew in the mic.
Are you sure?
It
It sounded
sounded
I'll
like
try and do it
fire
again.
truck or something. Like a
Yeah,
Yeah.
just again. Did you hear that again?
do it.
Oh,
No,
oh,
That's
right.
not what it
Okay.
was.
That's what I did. I blew in the mic. I think. Oh, that must be the sound effect.
no. It was like a fire truck or a truck,
Yeah,
like
that
a
was
truck
weird.
horn.
Oh.
That was really weird.
Oh, there is a train track not far from my house. It might have been the train, like the train horn.
Right, I love the fact that you were subtly trying to say it weren't far from you. It's definitely outside your window.
It's about
it's like if Chris
a
looks
3-minute walk
outside,
down the
you can
road.
see Chiltern Railways.
I live in a train station.
Anyway, moving back to the song. I really like the song. I thought it was bouncy. Can't really complain with it. Above average, 4.4 out of 5.
Wow. Slide Boy Wonder and Denny Valentine. I equally gave it a 4 out of 5. It was really cool. 2 artists I've never heard of before. And yeah, I listened to it and I thought this is a bit of a tune. That sums it up. Production's good. Vocals are good. I like the cowbell the bell that Chris was saying about. I like the melody. I like the track. It's quite catchy. I suggest you check it out. It got 4 from me. Okay, last track from today. Track is called Holding On. It's by Ian Dior.
His
Chris?
music, even from when he did Mood and now this new stuff he's putting out, albeit in a short space of time, it's very fresh. I like it. It's super modern. I think that's how I describe it. It's just fresh, super fresh music. 4 out of 5 drinks for me.
Yeah, it was a cool tune. I didn't have too much to say on it, in fairness. It was just alright. Got a 3 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, Holding On, Ian Dior. He's very sort of like of the moment. Or is that just me? Like everyone's sort of jumping on him. I gave it a 4. I thought it was good. I thought it was above average. I've heard some of his other stuff, which I think is better. But it's a good track. I think this will do well. I don't know why. I've got a feeling about it. So it got 4 from me. Okay, that's all the tracks this week. 15 tracks we sort of, I'd say whizzed through. We didn't. We stumbled through.
Yeah,
and talking
stumble
shit.
is probably the best
But
way
I
we
liked
could
it.
explain what the fuck just happened.
Oh, it's great. We're going to have it like this every week, I think. Track of the week,
Cemetery
boys.
Walks for me. Missed.
Fair one.
Great song.
For
Chris?
me, it's got to be Hot Boy Bling, French Montana featuring Jack Harlow and Lil Durk. Definitely track of the week.
Well, that puts me in a situation because mine was either going to be Cemetery Walk
There you
or
go.
Hot Boy
Who do
Bling.
you really want to back
Great
here,
mind
though,
things
mate?
I like.
And yeah, but I try and do it so we don't all have the same tracks.
That's just not the game.
Yeah, you've got to say what your favourite track is.
The game is not what's your favourite
No,
track
no.
that Pav and Chris
Listen,
haven't said.
Yeah. What's your favourite?
And don't pick 2. None of this fucking shit.
No,
Mm.
no, I'm going to go for something completely different to both of your choices because I can't pick between them.
What you
and
said is these
you've
two are my
picked one
2
each,
favourite
it saves
songs,
me
but
doing it.
I can't choose them, so I'm going to choose a 3rd song.
Yeah, because both the song I'm going to choose is completely different. So there you go.
Wait, do you want to choose a third one just so obviously we're not being too we're making it fair for all the songs because it would be
It's
unfair.
not. We're not here to make.
Is that
Yo,
why you're doing
go.
it?
Music
There you
industry is
go.
not fair. We're not out here to make all songs equal. There's no
fair, wait,
all
Yeah, life
songs
is-
matter movement. Do you know what I mean? Some songs
Yeah.
are shit.
But that's
There
why
is
you're
no-
choosing a third one because
Yeah, because these two songs, which are both great, are getting highlighted by one of you individually each. Yeah, so it doesn't need my highlighting. And this was the track I would go for if neither one of you's picked them songs. But you have picked them songs. It's Turn Back Time,
we got there
Diplo, Sonny
again.
Fodera.
Fuck me.
straight in the deep end with that song.
Okay, let's just recap our track of the weeks because we went about it in the longest way ever because of me. Mine was Diplo and Sonny Fodera's Turn Back Time. Chris was Hot Boy Bling, French Montana, Jack Harlow and Little Dirk. And Pavs was the legendary Mist with Cemetery Walks. As always, you might agree, might disagree. Fuck knows this week because we've just gone mental. But you can listen to all the tracks that we spoke about on our Spotify playlist. No Drinks in the Booth is the name of the playlist and the name of the artist. And I suggest you watch the videos while you're there. YouTube playlist, it's available. No Drinks in the Booth. That is the news. That is the reviews. That's that part of the podcast done. We've still got Pavs What's Your Order. And today is Subway, which I think we're all looking forward to. And now it's time just to talk.
Talk shop. Well, Pav mentioned we were going to talk about the potential vaccines flying around.
Listen.
I believe there's 3 now.
Well, and obviously this podcast, we record this on a Monday. It goes out on a Tuesday. Boris comes out for people listening yesterday.
Isn't it 6
but
o'clock
today
or
for
whatever?
Us. Fuck knows. He'll push it back to 8 o'clock because he's a stupid prick. But
Whoa.
I'll be honest, boys. So
he is.
I'll just take this because I have always been a very skeptical person. I think everyone. Yeah, really.
I never got. I never got that
I'm
vibe from
fucking
you.
hiding it. I've always been skeptical, but very recently, and when I say recently, I literally mean in the last 2 weeks, I watched a podcast. I listened to the True Geordie podcast religiously. One of my favourite podcasts. One of the True Geordie podcast.
Who's that by?
True Geordie. Yes, it's
sorry.
actually in the name.
That guy is
I don't know who they are.
massive.
True Geordie.
I watched it. Yeah, I watched a Twitch stream.
Oh, did you watch the kickoff?
Yeah, I watched a few of those, and he is huge. He's top guy. He's absolutely, his whole platform. He's absolutely.
Yeah, he's a really cool
smashed it.
YouTube.
So good at what he
he's
does.
a really cool YouTuber.
Yeah, really
he's
cool.
got like a weird niche where he's got a lot. He's a lot older than most of the YouTubers because he's like 30 odd. So he's got like that life experience, but he's also just funny as fuck and likes football, etc. He got famous because he made a video on a footballer called Nile Ranger, who said fans can't boo players. Fans can't boo players, and he basically just shouted him for like 10 minutes, like recorded it on a potato, and it got like 6 million views. It was great.
Yeah. It's mad. He doesn't like need thumbnails for his videos. Like you just see
it's
him.
not clickbaity.
Like, yeah, you just can't miss that guy, you know. So I imagine when he shot that first video, like you see that guy sort of telling you how it is about booing players, like you're gonna listen, kind of thing. Like he's absolutely cracked it.
Yeah,
he's really smart.
Great guy. Anyway, moving back to what I was actually talking about, because I actually forgot for a second in the middle of that when you started talking. I was like, "What the fuck?
You're like, oh god,
why the fuck are we talking about True
I've got
Geordie?"
to say something. I've got to say something.
To be honest, I was wondering
Anyways, I was
what the
listening
point
to his
was. But go on.
podcast, and he had David Icke on the podcast. Now, for those of you who don't know who David Icke is, he's probably the most famous conspiracy theorist in this country. You guys have heard of David Icke, innit?
Yeah,
So David Icke is famous for saying that he thinks people in the higher ups are actually lizards, lizard-like humans.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah,
Which is a bit mad. It's probably a bit far-fetched. But I listened to his podcast with the True Geordie, and I was like, oh, okay. Like they didn't talk about the lizard thing, like until the end. They like talked about his other opinions, and I was like, oh, actually, this guy's kind of got a point. And he was talking about being anti-vax or pro-vax and this kind of stuff. And I was like, I've listened to what he had to say, and I don't know if I want to take it or not.
Are you then posing the question to us to say, would you
what
take
do you guys
it?
think? I mean, because I'm not sure if I want to take it. But I also, I'm
in the middle.
Want to do / go to gigs.
Yeah, see, I'm in the middle. Like, I want to take it. Like, right, this is my dilemma. Is I'd like to take the vaccine. Yeah, if it was, run through its normal tests and it
That's
takes
a lie,
like 10 years or however long they take
to do a vaccine. But
well, you know my point. If it wasn't rushed, the thing that worries me is that it been rushed through is going to get through all these safety features, like safety protocols, and then in 4 years' time, I spurt 2 extra arms.
Yeah, so obviously the thing that everyone's likening it to, this is getting really deep really quickly. The thing that they liken it to is the thalidomide drug, which was obviously a big problem. That's like the case that everyone listens to, like when you do like biology at school.
Sorry, not to interrupt. I've had such a good idea. Oh,
yeah, sorry. You said I've got such a good idea, and we were both standing here like, okay, he's going to say the idea, and instead you just decided what you were going to do is shut the fuck up.
No. On your wash your order, the Subway thing, 'cause that's what I'm really thinking about. I ain't gonna lie.
Wow.
Is we should try and guess what Boris Johnson's order would be.
What? Yeah. Pheasant in a roll?
No, it'd be
something
foot long up the arse.
Look. Well, whatever it is, he definitely wouldn't be sharing it with starving kids.
He did all that just to drop that in. He was like, nah, these cunts ain't getting the free cookie.
That was a long setup for that joke. That was a long setup.
Well, it wasn't meant to be that way, but I do think we should actually. Part was, part wasn't. I think we should include him in What's Your Order. We should include a different politician.
This is politicians guess your order, and you're like KFC, and they're like, they don't go there. They just buy the franchise.
It'd be great if we ended up with a politician on this podcast because of the Wash Your Order thing. They think it's like a really light-hearted podcast, and then we start ripping the shit out of them. If they do their
proper research, which I hope they will, and hear fuck Edwina Curry for at least 7 episodes, something tells me they might not jump on.
Speaking of that, fuck Edwina Curry. Okay, Pav, back to your point.
But yeah, I'm just like, I'm so half and half with it. Like, I really don't know if I want to have it, but I kind of do because I want to do gigs, but I don't know if I'm going to get fucked up. Because everyone's like, oh, we don't know. Sorry, Chris? Just shut the fuck up, Chris. Just give me 2 minutes while I collect my thoughts. Like, I was speaking to a couple of people, and there's that whole meme where it's like, you guys won't take the vaccine, but like you're doing all this random coke and shit. And I'm like, and I 100% get that, except for the fact the medical industry has no job if we're not ill, and coke dealers aren't trying to get us ill. They're trying to give us coke. They've not gone, oh, spike this, so fuck yourself. They've gone, oh, do you really want to have a good time and I really want repeat business? Let me sell you some of this really good coke, and what you can do is you snort the coke and it's going to be really good and you're going to keep coming back to me. They're not saying, oh, snort this coke and fucking die. That's not how it works.
Yeah, true. Well, the other side to this, and then we get Chris's thoughts, because I can see he's got the.
Yeah, Chris is going to give us
to talk about the middle class. I can see it in his face.
Opinion on this.
Well, the other side to this is, aren't they giving the vaccine first to like NHS and healthcare workers, and then the extremely vulnerable?
That's exactly what's happening.
So it's most probably not the greatest idea to have a vaccine that might make you drop dead. It
was really funny. So Pfizer comes out and says, we've got a they were like, we've got a vaccine, 90% effective. And then what was the other company? It's like Monaco or something like that. They come out
Moderna.
And they were like, oh, well, as is 94. Next day, Pfizer's like, well, as is 95, bitch.
Oxford have come out today and gone, ours is
Oxford
90.
is like 97 or something, apparently.
People are like,
I heard it was 70%.
On my news thing, it said 90.
Seriously.
I mean,
like my Alexa told me this morning on the news
it's 70%.
briefing.
Like,
if you
just breathe, it's 70. Like, if you just do nothing, it's probably a 70%. Apparently, the virus has got a 97% survival rate.
On my, you can't see this because we obviously don't clip, like you don't watch us, but you hear us. on my news app, and this is from the Times, it says Oxford vaccine up to 90% effective.
Oxford vaccine. The best thing is, like, Oxford is like one of the most prestigious universities ever. It's like it was the first university ever, and you type in just Oxford, and the first thing that comes up is Oxford vaccine, which is bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 90%.
Chris, thoughts on getting a vaccine? Sorry.
Yeah, I agree with kind of everything you said. I want a vaccine so I can be around family and not worry about giving them the virus. That's the main thing. I don't really care about myself getting the virus as such. Obviously, I'd rather not get it, but that's why I want the vaccine. And yeah, I also agree with what you're saying about in 2 years' time, you don't want some kind of medical problem that comes out. You don't be one of those people. So I know this sounds
like... I don't want to cut
really
you, but apparently
stupid.
Boris is about to come out. Yeah.
What now? Well, we have to fucking wait. We're doing a podcast.
Yeah, you're right, Bojo. Yeah, give us 10 minutes, mate.
But yeah, I agree with everything you said. Like, hopefully... I mean, I don't know. One thing against what you said is obviously it's the number one concern of governments, health organisations around the world right now. So, you know, put it this way, there's going to be no shortage of funding for a vaccine.
I'll be honest.
Because they're going to be chucking money at it.
I've been listening to a lot of conspiracy stuff recently. So
I'm talking about...
Sorry.
Well, I'm just sticking to the mainstream media. Maybe
the mainstream media is a lie.
Hang on. You said it'd be the number one priority for world leaders.
Not world leaders, more like the health organisations, governments. It's one of the top priorities.
Yeah. Okay, so for the governments around the world, it should be their number one priority. Not for old Donald Trump. He went and played golf when he was meant to have a meeting about it.
Well, I'm talking about world leaders,
Boris Johnson,
not businessmen that happen to be in power.
I mean, that's all of them.
Huh?
Pretty much. Listen, you think Donald Trump's bad? You should see India, mate. I mean, at least here we can chat shit about them. In India, they will just kill you. Like... Because it's very easy. True. It's like, you know, like Guantanamo Bay when like nobody was getting beaten up, and then we found out everyone was getting beaten up. That's like India, but every day.
Yeah. Sorry. Very quickly, did anyone say "Good Morning Britain" where Piers Morgan nearly made Matt Hancock?
It's not hard to make Matt Hancock cry because he's a cunt.
Has he?
No, but it was very. He
probably doesn't. He's probably got a problem with his fucking eye ducts. Yeah, his fucking stupid cunt probably can't sweat like Andrew the nonce.
When Matt Hancock came with Good Morning Britain, I've never seen anything that ruthless. You know, on morning television.
His name wasn't Matt Hancock first. That was just a nickname they gave him at uni. Wanker. that was so schoolboy, but he was just there for the taking.
Wow. But yeah, Piers on Matt Hancock was just
I've not seen the interview yet, but I need to watch it back.
It was
because it's like the first time the government's been on GMB for like 200 days or something, isn't it?
201 days.
Shitting on. I mean, in fairness, it was him with Dominic Cummings.
Yeah, he's resigned.
It's a bit fishy, that one is. It's a bit. There's a bit of clouded judgment.
Anything other than government talk we want to talk about?
Nothing really just happening, mate. I mean,
I'm just looking forward to the subway. Section.
Well, look, we can get to the subway section in a minute if you want, because I clock that Pavs Wash Your Order does not get its justified place in the podcast
because we're trying to keep people to come to the end.
Hold on, it is a good thing, but two, sometimes we try and get it out and we're like, that's all the time. As in, I think we should definitely let it get some breathing time so we can
should we jump into
these orders. Well, let's just clarify. Vaccines, our thoughts are we all want to get one.
I read this thing that apparently since the increase of vaccines, cancer rates have gone up from 1 in 30 people to 1 in 2 people, which is why I'm just not sure. Like, I'm conceded to dying. Like, I'll very happily die. Like, it is what it is. It's the only thing that we know.
Are you right, mate? Are you okay? Do you want to talk about it?
I'm just saying, if I have to die, I have to die in it for the great good. I'll die a martyr.
There's two things. There's two things in life that are guaranteed: death and taxes.
Well, that's Wade's outlook on
And
life.
Sorry, I thought you said taxis.
And
That's what I was like, what the fuck's this cunt on about?
No.
Yeah. I get that.
Tax,
We was like, well,
tax.
the only thing's guaranteed.
And-
Death and Uber.
Black cab transporting your dead body.
Sorry,
Fucking
just
hell.
while we're on
What a
this,
lovely podcast this is.
did you guys see there was a hearse? There's this guy who's driving a hearse, had a dead body in the back, like had someone who was deceased in a coffin, and he went in a drive-through Mackey's. Did you see that? He literally went through a drive-through Mackey's.
I did.
But this is how I know the guy's a knob. And he's been doing funerals for far too long because he's like become desensitized, because he left the McDonald's bag with the rubbish in on the dashboard. So he's like driving through and there's this massive fucking McDonald's bag where he's got someone's mom in the back. It was not a good look. Yeah, that was bad. Anyway, Subway. Let's go.
Are we going
let's
into
give it
your
some respect. Put some respect on his name. Subway.
Yeah, let's have.
There's
I
more
really
Subways
like,
than
I
anything
really
else
like
in the
this,
world.
Segment.
Yeah, so that's a fact. There's more Subways
Is
than
there?
Mackeys because it's really cheap to start a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Well, boys, now you've said that, who wants to
Oh,
no
man,
drinks in
of
the
course,
Booth
got a couple,
Subway
mate, I'll sort you out.
franchise?
Yeah, neither do
Really?
I.
I've got no money, but
you can make sandwiches though.
yeah, we could look. Chris, we're both looking at you. If you've got any
Well,
funds.
you know, I'm like middle class. Like most of it's tied up in land. You know, I don't know. I'll have to
Yeah, so
find
we
it
can build
somehow.
a Subway on it.
yeah.
True.
Fucking Subway Chelmsford.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
There's already like 3 or something. There's like 3.
There's already. Well, there could be a fourth,
Yeah.
and it could be the best. I'm just saying.
You get a free no
Oh.
drinks in the booth sticker with every meal.
Oh, we love that.
I do actually want to get no drinks in the booth
do you-
t-shirts. Done. I've been thinking about this and
we'll
not
talk
told
off pod,
anyone.
I'll sort them out. I got to connect.
Okay, watch out for the merch.
Yeah,
because I really think that could
So
be good.
Subway. There's a lot of choices at Subway, man. Like
There's a lot of choices.
choice.
And if I could just jump
There
in
is.
real quick, I swear to you, I'm not just saying this to be awkward, but I do get different things every time I go to Subway. There's not just one sub. But hold on, Pav.
What I want you to do is spin on this and then swap and then spin on this and just keep going off
Okay.
each other.
Okay, right. Anyone who's listening, Pav's swearing at me right now. Listen, I know my favourite.
I didn't say I'll spin on this and get a vinyl deck out. I was like, it's a 1210.
I'm gonna pick. I've already got my favourite in my head. I'm just making that point.
I'll be honest, you're only allowed one order,
Well,
so pick
and
one.
I've
Or you're
already
not
picked
playing.
it. That's
Well,
what I'm
can I
saying.
jump in? 'Cause
That's what I'm saying.
I actually have 2 orders. I have 2 different orders.
But you got to pick one.
Because sometimes
Okay,
the one
so
I want ain't
If
always
both are
available.
available, pick that one.
Niche.
Oh,
Bro, you've just
fuck's
said.
sake, Pav.
You've just said.
Are you gonna tell? hang on, whoa!
Oh, you
are
want me to
gonna
go
tell us
first?
your
I'll
order
have to go first.
Yeah, Pav, go first.
Foot long,
Yeah, go for
hearty
it, yeah.
Italian. But I really want to try
good
the
choice.
tiger bread because that's just come out. I really like Thai
Yeah,
bread
good choice. I've not
generally,
had it
so I
yet.
want to try it there. But hearty Italian,
Same.
foot long every time. I get chicken, normal chicken, bacon, but none of this turkey rasher shit. If they've got that, I ain't eating there. Like it's if I wanted turkey rashers, I would ask for them, not bacon. I realise it's in most of the halal stores, and that's just a problem that we have to live with because I ain't eating no fucking turkey rashers. Like it's not Christmas, mate.
I like turkey. I like turkey rashers.
Fuck
but
that
yeah,
shit.
not the
I
point.
can eat pork. It's fine. Bacon, pepperoni, and then I get
good
cheese
choice.
toasted, and then salad wise I get sweet corn, and then what I asked them to do is put, and I say this to them, can you just put a shit ton of mayo on the sandwich? And like I want it like fucking spewing, you know, like how much butter you put on a crumpet, and it's like pissing out the back.
Like
I
dripping.
want that much mayo. Like I want them to be putting the mayo on for at least 8 seconds.
I like that.
You basically say,
Yeah, I'm
"Give
literally
me
like,
all
they're
that
putting
mayo."
it on, and sometimes I'll just be like, psh, and I'm like, fucking carry, like, it's fucking free. Like, you guys pay nothing for it, pretty much. It's a bit of fucking egg and oil. Put more mayo on. I want like it needs to be at least like 6 squirts each way.
Okay, that look, it's a good order. That's slightly disgusting with the amount of mayo, but
And obviously then I
Each
get
their own.
Pepsi Max. And I might get one of them white chocolate cookies if I'm feeling good about myself.
nice.
Yeah, would you
really
rate my
appreciate
order
an
out of
like
5 though? Yeah.
What would I
I'd
rate
say
it?
above
brutal.
average, so 3 out of 5.
Oh, so you would say it's good or average?
I say above average, so 3 out of 5. I'd say.
I'd give it a 4 if it was just a normal amount of mayo.
It's not that much mayo. It's like a normal amount of mayo with another normal amount of mayo.
I'd give it a 4
Yeah,
because
it basically
sounds
just tastes
fairly
like a
good
pizza
order.
but without the tomato. Yeah,
Well,
I
they do
wanna try
one
it.
now, and my sister had it, like the pepperoni pizza style one, and it was, I tried
need
it
to
and it
try
was
it.
banging.
I just want to say, when I was at school, like pretty much every day, we used to get the pizza Subway. It's not a new thing. It was around like years ago.
No. The one it's just like basically, like the Subway pizza thing they did, but you can get in a footlong in a
I
sub.
suppose just like a little
Yeah,
toast.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, like
Oh,
like it's an
Game changer.
actual sub.
You go, mate.
Can
Yeah.
I go next?
You're the
'Cause I
host,
feel
mate.
like, yeah. Oh, cheers, thanks. I'll just do what I want then. Okay, my order. See, I'm going to tell you the order that I like, yeah, and that I normally get. I'll tell you an order that I also normally get because everyone thinks it's disgusting.
Oh, let's hear
So
it.
it's worth talking about. Okay, so footlong. Do we all
Yeah.
agree we all get footlong?
Yeah. Yeah, footlong, definitely.
Yeah, fair. Okay, so it's straight up.
I've already got
Italian
1
herb and
6-inch. Didn't
cheese.
need another one. Yep. I'll be honest.
I was waiting- I was
obviously,
waiting
The
for
problem
someone
is
to
with
say.
before you go into the order. The problem with Subway is the innuendos are so bad. Like, you can just do them all the time. So, like I said, my uncle has a Subway. And there was a girl from my uni. She was on my course. And she was a good-looking girl. And worked... And we spoke about this.
I think we. Wait.
Yeah.
You
and
told
he
us
was
last week.
You just got to give a Subway-related pun. And I was like, fuck's sake. I was like, where is this going? And I knew it was bad because we were a few drinks down. And he was like, just be like, I know you can handle a foot long, but how about 6 inches? And I was like, yeah, it's just bad. Like, now I know why we just chat. Now I just know why we chat shit when we
left.
drink and not try and do any serious chat.
Fair enough. Back to my order.
Look, Pav, don't interrupt Wade. He
Footlong.
really likes his Subway order. He's upset.
I really like most.
I mean,
of my
otherwise you
orders,
wouldn't
to be
order
fair.
it, in fairness.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's probably the right
I
idea.
don't like it,
Yeah,
but fuck it, Papa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, there's going to be one or two that we're not massive
You mean like
fans
when,
of.
when we
like
spoke about
the-
Chris and
the
he was like, yeah, don't eat at
food.
3/4 of the places you guys want to do.
Yeah, no.
It's like, he's like, can we do Toby Carvery?
Fantastic. I'm getting attacked this podcast.
Yeah.
I actually love Toby
Yeah,
Carvery.
the rate is so much, bro. I try and go like,
It's
like
actually
once
so
every
good.
month.
Toby Carvery breakfast. I'm real.
There's no point. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
so
Okay,
not
back to
classism.
Subway.
Cool. Right, let's go.
No, there's no classism with Toby
Good.
Carvery
Thank you,
breakfast
thank you,
or
thank
Toby
you.
Carvery. I'm assuming we're not going to do that on What's Your Order because you just fucking
Yeah,
get
everything.
No,
anything
you
you
can
want.
choose. You can choose
Yeah.
the meats.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it's a not very good
Oh yeah,
What's
because
Your
it'll be
Order.
done in about 3 seconds. You'll be like, yeah, I want to get
Order.
the carrots and
Yeah.
I might get the peas
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you know they're just
Yeah.
fucking there and they're free.
Yeah. Okay, back to the Subway
Yeah, go on,
order.
do your Subway order. Do
Play-
your Subway order.
Back to Subway. Footlong. Would I
Oh,
say
do
Italian
ya?
herb and cheese? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you. The bread is subject to what's available.
Okay,
as
everything's
well.
available because there's not a real shop here.
For this order, Italian herb and cheese. For my next order, I'll get something different. Meatball
Ooh.
marinara.
Shout.
Yeah. salad, red onion, pickles.
Ooh, not for me.
Not sure about the pickles.
Well,
I
you
mean,
can
that
take
is
them or
how
leave
you
them, whatever.
do orders.
But sometimes I just get the red onion. But I'm trying to give, like, this is a free order, so I'm just trying to fucking get the most in. Red onion, pickles, and if I want it spicy, I get jalapenos. If I don't, I don't. That depends on what I fancy on the day. So sauce.
Oh, I've
barbecue.
never had barbecue.
Interesting. Neither have I. Curveball.
It's really nice with a meatball, and I get it toasted with cheese.
I really want to try the
obviously.
mustard. It's the honey mustard, ain't it?
I'll tell you my second. It's banging. Now, do you want me to tell you my
Go on,
slightly
let's hear it.
disgusting order?
Is it bad?
Okay, I don't think it's bad, but every time I get it and I'm with anyone, they're like, ugh. I'm like, fuck off.
Friendly
It is
Wade Kadir.
foot long. As always. What, Pav, what bread did
Oh, I'm
you say?
hearty Italian
you had on
all day, every
thing?
day.
That's the one. Hearty Italian.
Yeah,
Tuna.
Nah, I've seen Bear Man get tuna.
Yeah.
The only reason why the
Yeah,
tuna looks shitty is because they
cheese.
use the ice cream scoop for the tuna, so it looks
Yes.
like you associate it with, like, oh yeah, you're gonna get a fucking mint choc chip with some fucking
Tuna ice cream.
sprinkles, and it's like, nah, it is a fucking dollop of fucking John West tuna.
Dead fish.
Yeah. Yeah, so tuna, American cheese, toasted. And then I get lettuce, cucumber, red onion,
That's
honey and mustard sauce.
That's more normal than your first order, in my opinion.
Nah. Mustard.
Well, the
Tuna
thing
with
is, the
mustard.
Yeah.
No.
Honey
mustard.
it's honey mustard.
Yeah, because tuna
Something's wrong
cheese
there.
mustard,
Well-
it's like having like ham cheese and mustard. There's no real difference.
Yeah, the only reason I do actually have these two orders is because they don't
Yeah.
actually always have meatballs.
And if you're going somewhere
And
important,
that's why
you
I've
don't want
always
to
got
get
to have a
meatball
backup
sauce
order.
on your t-shirt.
There you go. So that is my two orders. If I feel fancy, I get a man in
we
Jew.
have the second
Oh my
phone of
God.
the podcast.
You know what the worst thing is? My finger just slipped, so I had it on loud, not silent.
If I'm feeling fancy, I get a man in Jew and a what is it,
Oh,
like
I've
the
not had
rainbow
that.
cookie.
Is that the
Oh.
what is that one?
It's really nice.
Oh, is it that one?
It's got M&Ms in it.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
That's decent.
Yeah, it's really good. Or is it Smarties? I can't remember, but it's got something like that in. Really good. Chris, what would you rate the order? What would you rate the meatball order
one,
and then
I'd
the
give it
tuna order?
4 out of 5.
Yeah.
The tuna one, I'm gonna have to give that 2 out of 5, mate. I prefer not to eat that than eat it if it was in front of me.
I'd prefer you didn't come Subway with
Okay,
me.
well, we'll
Yeah,
never go
fuck
Subway
off.
again together. That's the
Again,
end of our
we've
friendship.
never been once.
I was going to say we've
It's fine.
never
I
been
was-
once, Chris,
you know,
have we?
a guy can dream. I was hoping that we could maybe go one day, but I was hoping we can go
Sure.
maybe. But
We
now
will-
obviously we can't. We're gonna have to go somewhere else.
Well, we can't due to per lockdown
No,
rules, we
that's
can't do
also
fuck all. Chris,
Yeah, well, like,
I
yeah,
hear
sorry.
order.
Can you rate your order first? Fuck you now. Jump in the fucking gun.
Oh, sorry, Pav. Yeah, I thought
It's Pabs. Where's your order? He's got a
You
rate.
know what I mean? I run this segment, bitch. I give the
Well-
meatballs a 4. I give the tuna a 3 because I don't
Good.
like tuna, but it's a respectable order. It's
Fair
like
enough. Thank
the
you,
second
Pav, I
order was
appreciate
like
that.
a sensible order. The first one is like, oh shit, I
Yeah,
haven't been Subway
yeah.
in a while. Let me get the fucking meatballs. But if you've gone like 3-4 times in a month, you're like,
God, those
yeah,
meatballs.
fuck it, just get the tuna.
Yeah, tuna. Yeah. And to be fair, my first time ever having a meatball Subway was in Orlando, just to clarify, many years ago when I was a child. And I never even knew they did meatballs. I got it. And they're saying about
Yes.
American Subway.
American
think it's
Subway
they-
didn't have hearty
Yeah.
Italian when I
They put-
went to LA last year. So I just had Italian.
Nope.
And I said to the girl, can you give me mayo? And I didn't have to tell her shit ton of mayo because she was just putting the fucker on.
Yeah.
That's America, though.
Yeah. They're saying about American Subway where they bake crack into the bread. It's amazing.
Yay! Sorry.
Chris, what's your
Gyms
order?
are opening.
Fuck.
Yeah, bitches.
Yeah, I saw that.
Are they?
Well, I'd rather go Subway, to be honest. Right, my order. Let's finish this off. It's kind of a mixture of some of your guys' orders, actually. But yeah, foot long, hearty Italian, chicken tikka.
Racist.
Okay, so how's that racist? I ordered that off the
chicken
menu,
tikka.
so that's racist now. Apparently, fantastic. Yeah, chicken tikka, cheese and toasted, obviously, but I always go for the grated cheese. And what they used to have was spicy cheese. I don't know if you had the spicy cheese when it was a thing, but that was the best. I actually asked for it the other day,
is still a
and
thing.
I didn't have it. No, it's not. One near me, it isn't a thing. I can't get it
because
anymore.
they're all franchises. They don't all buy the same stuff.
Okay,
but
fair enough. But
yeah, I was going to say because the one near me
all
still
the
has
ones
spicy
in
cheese.
spicy cheese.
It's a long way to come. Right.
It's a long way
but
to
I do
come
go for grated
12
cheese.
inches.
Yeah, it is. It's not worth it. Right.
He's lost his train of thought.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken tikka in a Subway with grated
It's funny because
cheese.
actually
Toasted,
Chris's
yeah.
Indian order and his Subway order are basically identical.
Simple guy.
But not from the sitar.
Wow, you just brought up my favourite Indian restaurant that closed down, and I get upset.
Is that not
guys, I get a
reopened?
bit upset when I think about the Sitar. To be honest, I absolutely love that restaurant. Big shouts to the Sitar. Sad times. Anyway, sorry. We need to change
Sounded
the subject.
like an
or I
ode
get
to the
emotional.
instrument.
Lettuce, onions, peppers, jalapenos, sweet corn, mayonnaise, or sweet onion sauce, but normally mayonnaise with a rainbow cookie and a cappuccino because that's me.
I'll be honest, anyone
That's
that
my
gets
order.
sweet onion sauce is a nonce.
I'm only occasionally then. It's normally mayonnaise, occasionally sweet onion sauce.
Well, the thought of mayo
No,
and chicken
it's a
tikka
vibe.
makes
It's a
Oh, no, I
vibe.
love it.
I'll back
It's a
him.
vibe.
It is a vibe.
Is it
But
really?
it's a vibe,
It's a vibe.
if you haven't got any yogurt and mint at home.
Right.
What I was going to say.
Writer, you need
No,
mayo.
Writer's a
Yogurt
different
and
thing,
mint
mate.
would been-
Don't try and start this shit. That's cucumber.
I'm just saying that Writer goes well with chicken tikka. So
Fucking
you have to
hell.
use mayo sometimes.
You want a bit of mint chutney and a little bit of chili chutney just to keep it going. So like the Covered Wagon, my local will do a chicken tikka lunch wrap where they have like a
God.
chapati with chicken tikka inside, little bit of mint chutney, bit of salad. It's the one. I have been late for one gig because I was getting one, and it was 100% worth it.
Mad.
One of my most favourite things in the world is
Oh,
papadums
mate,
with
listen,
chutney.
it's a thing. When we go to the Covered Wagon, we have to order. If there's like 3 of us, we've got to order 6 because we'll eat 3
Yeah.
at the beginning. But this is a tip I'm giving to the listeners here. I'm helping you guys out. What you want to do, the mint chutney is a palate cleanser. That's all it's there for. So when you're halfway through the meal and you think you can't eat any more, you eat a half a papadum with some mint chutney. That's your second wind.
That is actually very true. I like the papadums.
This
yeah,
is a thing
you get like the
in
mango
India.
chutney.
Mango
you
chutney
get-
is not a thing.
Well, I like the lime pickle or mango pickle. Depends what one they have. Everyone I'm happy with.
So
That is my,
this has
like,
gone very Indian
shit, that
very
is what
quickly. Are we doing What's Your Indian Order next week? Well,
That's up to you, Pev.
I
You
have.
choose these segments. We need to rate.
Go and rate
We
mine
need
real
to
quick.
like
We need.
without
Yeah,
5.
onion sauce, it's
We
a
need to rate
3.
it.
With onion sauce, it's a 2.
Mad. Okay.
I give it a
Damn.
2 because I'm not a big fan of chicken tikka
Yeah.
sandwiches or subs. Wraps, yes.
I can't be
Like
honest. I'm eating
sandwiches,
out to
yeah.
avoid Indian food most of the time. Like
Yeah, so. Well, half,
yeah, like
half
man's
and half.
not going out being like, yeah, fuck it, lamb shish kebab, we're here. Like it's not happening. Although what I really want to try is that new Domino's doner kebab pizza. Have you guys seen that?
My girlfriend tried it the other day. She said it weren't that great.
Well.
Not to like you might like it. She said it weren't. She said it was okay. She wouldn't get it again.
Oh, great. Cheers for that.
Quick. So that's basically summed up today's Pav's What's Your Order. And next week we are doing what? Pav?
What is your Indian order? So I want starter, main, and then any rice and naan that you have or don't have. If you don't have it, you don't have to say it, but just pick which ones you do have. That's it. Pretty simple with that one. Or if you're like a
Sounds
2
good.
curry person, because I know some people are like, I'll go with someone else and get 2 curries and we'll share half and half. I'll back that as well. That's acceptable.
I like this. I like it.
I
yeah.
like
It's
this.
good.
But yeah, nice little.
Right.
Well, I really appreciate.
I'm really
Pascal
thinking
Schroeder. That's
about
like my
this shit,
favourite
mate.
part of the podcast. I know. I basically try and get through the whole podcast.
And also you got to say
just for that
obviously where you
segment.
get your Indian from. So Chris, I know that's a bit of a hot topic for you, mate, because currently it's nowhere.
Yes. It's a little bit tough right now, but we'll get through it.
Well, yeah. Do we have to say where we get
I
it
mean,
from?
just big
'Cause I've
up.
got a
I was
couple
just gonna
places.
be like, yeah, big up your fucking local, innit? Like I go to the same couple of places as well.
Yeah, I'll depends what one I have most recently.
Yeah,
I'll
fuck
pick
it.
up.
Yeah,
Because
but
some-
everyone has a
you've
mate.
got- it
where
just
they're like,
depends
if
on
all
the
of them
day,
are
'cause-
open. Which one am I going to though?
Yeah. Well, the one funny thing is that there's three or four that we use because they're
Oh, is
all
it like
shut
them
on
ones, like
different
the
days.
Chinese is where they're like shut on Mondays and shit. So we have 2 Chinese by us, and
Well,
the one that we go to, the one that's closest is shut on a Monday because most Chinese restaurants are, and they don't have to take a weekend day off because obviously they know it's a busy day. But because everyone
Yeah.
else knows that they take the Monday off because that's like the classic like Chinese restaurant day off, the other Chinese restaurant does a Tuesday.
Well, how fun is this? So all the Chinese, literally, when I mean all the Chinese takeaways by me are shut, they're all shut on Tuesdays. So we actually in my house call it Chinese Tuesdays because you can't get a Chinese.
Oh, it's
and when
impossible.
I say you can't, the only place that's open is the restaurant not far from us that do takeaway, and it's really
It's like a
expensive
proper
because
restaurant.
obviously
It's
a
not like it's not like a chicken
Yeah,
chow
it's-
mein in
it's-
fucking box.
No. It's really nice food, but
Yeah.
it's
No
it's
one's
good to
dropping
go
60
to.
quid on Chinese
but
for a
I wouldn't-
cash. Like you're dropping 25 quid 3-4
No.
man in it.
No.
Like
There you go. But yeah, so we call it Chinese Tuesdays because every single one round is just shut on a Tuesday.
poor behaviour.
Awful, terrible. Okay, so Pavs Bush order next
Let's
week
go.
is Indian,
We know it's happening.
Let's go.
which is good. I think this is a good time to wrap up the podcast. Unless anyone wants to say anything very quick.
Now, good to be fair. Yeah, fuck
Nope.
it. We've
Was that a
fucking
no?
finished.
Okay, fantastic. Well, before we just start talking utter shit for another 5 minutes, let's wrap it up today. As always, we had news, reviews, we've got track of the week. Make sure you check them all out. You can obviously find the podcast on Spotify, on Apple, and on Google. I never say
Is
Google,
it actually
but we
on
are
now?
on
Because
Google.
they like really didn't want to
Yeah.
put us on for a bit.
Oh, is it not? Okay, we're definitely on Apple and Spotify. Fuck Google, don't worry about them. So make sure you check us out on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Also, while you're on Spotify, make sure you check out the Spotify playlist, No Drinks in the Booth. It's all the music that we reviewed in today's show. And while you're there, hop on over to YouTube and check out the YouTube playlist for all that music and their videos. As always, you can find us on social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Just search No Drinks in the Booth. That is it from me, Pav and Chris today. Have a good week. Peace.